And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Guys, I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Guys, in today's video, as always, we are going to be going over all the latest Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. That includes some massive Luis Diaz news amid Barcelona and Paris Saint-Germain links. We'll discuss that, of course, a bit later on, but let's go over this first, a bit of an international roundup. Yes, Virgil van Dijk scored his second goal in as many games to warm up for Euro 2024, while Ryan Gravenberch's chance for the Netherlands took a bittersweet boost. The Netherlands are not considered among the favourites to win the Euros this summer, but head into the tournament with hopes of pulling in an upset. It is perhaps a surprise that Ronald Koeman's side are seen as behind Italy, Spain, Portugal host Germany, and joint favourites England and France in the running. Koeman's squad is littered with top-level talent, and their two warm-up friendlies this month could have hardly gone even better. First came a 4-0 victory over Canada on Thursday night, with Van Dijk coming off of the bench to nod home the fourth of the game in the closing stages. Then on Monday night, the Netherlands celebrated a 4-0 win, this time at home to Iceland. Both Van Dijk and Cody Gakpo started the final friendly before their Group D opener against Poland, with Gravenberch relegated to the bench after starting against Canada. They blitzed Iceland throughout in a game that saw them dominate in terms of shots, with 22 to their visitors' 3 and of course goals. Xavi Simons opened the scoring midway through the first half before another opportunistic header from Virgil van Dijk made it 2-0 shortly before half-time. Daniel Malan and Wout Weghorst sealed a victory late on, with Van Dijk playing the full 90 minutes, while Gakpo, who started in his natural role on the left wing, brought off for Malan on the 75th. Gravenberch was unused, finding himself on the fringes of Koeman's squad, but could head to Germany with his chance game time significantly increasing. Absent from Monday's win was Barcelona midfielder Frankie de Jong, who was since pulled out of the squad due to an ongoing ankle injury. Meanwhile, Atalanta's Koop Meiners suffered an issue of his own during the warm-up in Rotterdam, with Koeman admitting after the game that he had a bad feeling about it. So, yes, ladies and gentlemen, of course, another good warm-up for the Liverpool boys in the Dutch colours, and fantastic to hear with regards to Virgil van Dijk doing ever so well. But yeah, best of luck, of course, to them going into this tournament. As I stated yesterday, guys, a little bit of a roundup if you missed the video. It does seem as though Adrian is going to be staying, not going to be staying at Liverpool, despite the club offering him a new one-year contract extension. It's being reported out in Spain that he is going to rebuff that in chances or in the pursuit of moving to La Liga to rejoin his former club, Real Betis, which is fairly good for him. Now, moving on to the main subject, guys, bringing you a little earlier because I'm reading the comments and people don't really like the main story being a bit towards the end, so I'll bring it to you a bit further or a bit earlier in the video. And yes, it is with regards to Luis Diaz. Yes, Luis Diaz has been linked with moves to both Barcelona and Paris Saint-Germain this summer, with the Liverpool winger now responding to claims that he could leave. Diaz is the subject of interest from Spain and France heading into the transfer window, with there a growing feeling that if the club were to sell one of their forwards, it would be the number 7. There have been nothing in terms of concrete advances, however, and the situation remains largely speculative. Nevertheless, back in April, Colombian journalist Pepe Sierra insisted PSG's interest was real, corroborating for a report from the Telegraph that claimed that Liverpool would seek a fee of around £75 million. But despite PSG likely entering the market for a new forward in the wake of Kylian Mbappe's exit to Real Madrid, Diaz insists he's very, very happy at Anfield. He said, "I'm very happy at Liverpool. It's a great club and a great team. I have always wanted to play there, so I'm very happy and I'm calm. I'm not thinking about anything else. I'm thinking about the Colombian national team, which is where we are. The suggestion would be if that Diaz were to leave, it would likely be due to a Liverpool accepting an offer for his services. Despite his father repeatedly touting with the move to switch to Spain, the player himself has given no indication that he would push for an exit. In fact, Sierra also claimed in April that Liverpool were prepared to offer Diaz an improved contract to protect his value and ward off interest from Paris Saint-Germain. man. Diaz's current deal runs to 2027, but his status in his side has been cemented since his arrival from Porto 2.5 years ago, with the club typically rewarding players' progress with a pay rise. The 27-year-old is not the first Liverpool player to dismiss claims of a move elsewhere this summer, with Alexis McAllister similarly refuting links with Real Madrid. He said, "I'm not talking about assumptions. I'm very happy with Liverpool. I think that's a very good season individually. Then we had some objectives that we could meet, but even so, I think it was a very, very good season." So there you go, ladies and gentlemen, with regards to Diaz. It doesn't look like he's going to be leaving the football club this summer. Of course, look, anything can happen at a transfer window. Look, if clubs actually come up with an offer for the player, then it could be a different story or a different scenario. But Luis Diaz going into this sort of transfer window has been, well, there's been a lot with regards to his future. A lot of people stating that he could go out of the door. But as you can see there, Luis Diaz looks like he's going to be staying put on Anfield. So that's also very, very good to see. Now, moving a little bit away, guys, to a bit of, it's a bit quiet in the Liverpool space, guys, and we are now 3 days away from the transfer window, so I just wanted to bring you some current links that we've got to players at this moment in time. The player that looks like is the most concrete, if you like, is from Fabrizio Romano, and that's Crescencio Somerville. It's being reported that he is our sort of, well, he kind of is the top of the target, to be fair. Most of the transfer links for Liverpool so far in terms of incomings have been very, not very strong, you know. Fabrizio's came out and spoke about Somerville. There's been some reports here and there with regards to Ederson, but nothing really looks concrete. Obviously, William Pacho is another player that we've been linked with the Eintracht Frankfurt centre-back. It's also been rubbish that we're going to be going in for Gonzalo Ignacio. So there has been a few names emerge, and other channels, of course, like to do that. Every single name that is brought up, they like to discuss the player. But here, we're just trying to keep it real, try and bring you only links to reputable sources and reputable players. And actually, if there's a chance of us signing a player, then, of course, we'll bring it to you. But at this moment in time, in terms of the pipeline of incomings, it's pretty depressing, but we do know that we are going to be signing some players this summer. That is dead certain. And now, once the window opens, maybe probably after the Euros concludes, is when we'll start to see more things start to materialise for Liverpool. You've got to remember, with the Euros and the Copa America, players that you could buy could end up with a long season injury or a long injury during this competition. So if there's a player that you want to go and get, which Liverpool probably in the market for international players, then you want to kind of see how they come through. So we might have to wait a month until the tournament concludes before we actually start to see a bit of traction on our business. And remember, Liverpool are quite shrewd. Remember Dominic Szoboszlai last year? Remember Endo last year? They kind of came out of nowhere, so I'll probably predict that to be the case, and there'll probably be a few curveballs now with Michael Edwards as well. But Liverpool fans, that's all I've really got for you today. Do let me know your thoughts down in the old comment section below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you all next time. Take care. Peace. Oh wait, and check out cobblekeclothing.com. Links down in the description, or you go to cobblekeclothing.com. Thank you guys, I'll see you next time. Take care. Peace.